How to hire a plumber. That could be one of the most important questions you ask yourself every day. The reason being, if you're a plumbing company owner or you're a homeowner and you need a plumber, there's certain things that you need to know to do, to look at, to check, and to see to find out if you're getting in the right people. And if you're a homeowner, you really need to check with the plumbing company that you're talking to or the one that you're wanting to bring in to find out, are you hiring the right plumber or plumbing company? But if you're a plumbing company owner, what is the most important thing for you hiring a plumber? To me, it's culture. What if you hire a plumber that does not fit in with your culture, with what you're trying to do? What if you hire a plumber and he's a hotshot plumber, man, he's really, really good, but he really doesn't care about you, your company, or anything else. He's just worried about him. You need a plumber that will literally come in and be part of the team. One that believes and has the same ideas, the same mindset, wants the same things that you want for your company. Because to him, it's not just about him, it's about everybody on the team and building that culture. What is your culture? Do your employees know that? And do you make that clear to them all the time as to what your company is all about? Next is attitude. And I tell you what, I've hired some really good plumbers, but their attitudes sucked. So think about that when you're hiring a plumber as a plumbing company owner. And I say plumbing company, whether you own a plumbing, electrical, HVAC, landscaping, painting, roofing, it really doesn't matter. What kind of people are you hiring? And here in a second, I'll tell you the things that we do to help make sure that we get the right people in. But it starts with culture, then attitude. Then you really got to look at their appearance. When they come in and interview, does it look like they really want this job? Did they at least try to put on an appearance that they really care about what they're doing? That they really care about what they look like? Think about this. This person who came in and applied for the job to you is the one that you're going to send out to represent your company to put in front of the customers that you've worked very hard to get to call you. So what kind of things are you looking at? Do they dress nice? Do they look nice? Do they halfway take care of themselves? Do they care enough about their appearance that they actually took time to get ready to come in for this interview? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't expect them to walk in a suit and tie. Matter of fact, if one did, I'd probably run him out the door because I'm thinking, this isn't that kind of job, buddy. But do they care enough that they came in clean pants, in work boots, in a nice shirt? How do they handle themselves? What is their emotional intelligence? What do they look like? Can you tell by looking at them, this is a job they want, or are they just there because they need to bring home a paycheck? Because I got to tell you, there's a lot of plumbers out there like that. And if you're one of those plumbers, think about this. Think about what plumbing company owners are looking for or should be looking for when you come in and apply for a job. Because if you're a plumbing company owner that you really want to bring in the best people, you start looking for these things right from the very beginning. Another big deal is, what are their beliefs? What kind of person are you? What do you believe in? Do you believe that it's okay to halfway do a job if it's late in the day? Do you believe that it's okay to go up to a job and know when you get there, look, I'm just going to collect the service fee and I'm going to get out of here? Because I had somebody tell me just the other day, he knows plumbers like that. That literally, man, when that call comes in at 3 o'clock, they're like, good, man, I just go collect the service fee and get out of here. That's not what it's about. It should always, every single time you walk out that door, you drive the van, you get out of the truck, you knock on somebody's door, it should always 100% be what's the best thing for the customer. And if that's not what you're there for, as a plumber, you're probably in the wrong spot. And if you're a plumbing company owner and that's not the kind of people that you're hiring, the ones that care 100% any time of day, no matter what the problem is, they are always going to do the right thing. If you're not hiring those kind of people, man, you're at the mercy of your employees. One of the other big deals are the skills. This is towards the bottom. And I know that sounds bad, but you can take somebody with a great attitude, great personality, great appearance, who believes in the culture, they will want to improve. So you have an opportunity here. You can take this person and make them a better plumber, make them a great plumber. Because if they've got all these other things right, they want to do really, really well. It's a big deal to them. They don't ever want to shortchange a customer. They don't ever want to do anything that will hurt the company that they work for. So what kind of plumbers are you hiring? What kind of plumbers are you bringing in? And do they represent you the way you want to be represented. And one thing as a company owner, you should always be looking. Look, if I tripped across the greatest plumber in Dallas and he had the right attitude, he fit the culture, he had the appearance, he had the skills, would I hire him? Absolutely. Why? I can find a way to make the phone ring more. I can juggle some things around. I can make some things happen. And if you bring in a plumber like that who cares about the customer as much or more than you do, man, that's the kind of plumber you want to hire any day of the week. Now, what do? We've actually got tests that we put people through. What are their motivators? What is their disc profile? What kind of plumber is this that we're bringing in? And it really is a big deal to us that they go through the process. I have 2 females that have to interview them before they ever get to me. Why? I want to make sure these ladies have a good feeling around them. I want to make sure that it's not like, hey man, I really like the guy, but I would not want to be in the house alone with him. Why? You're going to end up sending this plumber into houses alone with females. Is that a big deal to you? If not, maybe it should be. We want to know what kind of people we're hiring. What motivates them? What do they get up for in the morning? What do they get excited about? That, to me, is one of the most important things. The disc profile, what do I like about that? Now I know how to communicate with them. I'm a high D. If I hire an S or a C and I don't take time to learn their communication skills, I've got problems because I'm going to come in my high D attitude and I'm just going to go be me, and one of these guys is going to get upset. So I have to understand what kind of people I'm hiring and how should I talk to them. We all like to be talked to different. Me, I also explain to them, hey, look, I'm a high D. When I ask you a question, I need an answer, and I need it quick because I've got something going on in my mind. I don't mean that bad. That's just me. And if we all work on our communication skills, we're all going to get better. Now, what if you're a homeowner and you're looking for a plumber? Because it's a little bit different. First of all, as a homeowner, you need to be looking at people's reviews. Not just the reviews. Don't worry about just what the review says about, oh my gosh, this is the greatest company on earth. Maybe they never even use that company. Go down and find the bad reviews. Find the review that says, hey, look, y'all didn't do what you said. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. And see how the company replies. I'll tell you what, I've had bad reviews. I know what it's like. But I don't get on and just start thinking the customer's automatically wrong, calling them names, and well, you didn't give us the information. You didn't tell us this, you didn't tell us that. It's like, look, we want to make this right. What can we do, or what could we have done to make this a better situation? And to me, that's really the big thing. Look, every company has customers that aren't happy. How do we reply to them? How do we respond to them once we find out that they're not happy? That's a big deal. But also the reviews, look at them, see if they sound legit. If they're very clear about what the company came out and did and how they did it well, and were they happy when they left, that really is a big deal. So, I'm not saying just disregard the good reviews, but check them out, read through them, make sure it sounds like it really is a good review. There's a lot of companies out there these days that just buy reviews. That's not a good thing to do. What does their website look like? It's really funny because I compete with some of the greatest plumbing companies in the nation. But I do that because I want to put myself up there. I want to be one of the best plumbing companies. So I make sure that my website conveys that information. We want to treat you right. We believe in customer service. We believe in hiring the right plumbers. We believe in the culture that we're building. That way it is a good spot. That way we've got a place that people want to work. When you hire a plumbing company, what do you think of their website? Do you look at it and think, wow, you know what? This seems like a company that really cares about what they're doing. Or is it just a website trying to sell you everything in the world? Because if it is, that's probably the kind of plumber you're going to get out. All they're going to try and do is sell you everything in the world, but you may need it. And I don't mean that bad, but if the plumber's taking time to inspect your system and look around, at least listen to what he has to say. That may not be a bad deal. Our website says, look, we do a free inspection when we come out on a call, because we want to make sure that if you have another issue that maybe you're not even aware of, we at least make you aware of it. We're not trying to sell you anything. We just want to make sure that you know. If you went to the doctor with a broken arm and your blood pressure was so high he thought you were going to die, wouldn't you want him to tell you about it? Think about it. They check your blood pressure every time you go to the doctor, even if it's for a broken arm, an eye, anything at all. There's a reason. Plumbers should check your system too, just to make sure you're okay. What is their social media presence like? Do people have good things to say about them? Do they have good things to say about themselves or their company or what they're doing out in the community? Do they give away valuable information? Do they help teach you how to do some things you could do yourself? There's a lot of plumbing companies out there that really want what's best for you. There's over 8 million people here in the DFW area. I can't get to all of them, but if I can teach people how to do things well, that they can take care of themselves, they don't have to call a bad plumbing company. They don't have to call a handyman. They don't have to call somebody that may come in and mess their system up. At least with my information, they can learn to do things the right way. Or if they do hire another plumber, they can at least look at it and make sure it looks like it was done right. Have you gone to Google My Business? Have you seen what they post there? Have you seen what reviews they have there or on Yelp or anything like that? Remember, I talked about the reviews earlier. This is a good spot to just kind of go through and look, but also see, is the company staying up to date? Do they train their guys properly? Do they do some of the modern techniques? Do they specialize in anything that maybe is a problem you have? Getting on Google My Business may be where you can find out if this is the right company for you. Now, one big tip here, don't wait till you have an emergency to find out who your plumbing company is, or your electrical company, or your HVAC company. Why is that? When you're having an emergency, it's 7 o'clock at night on a Friday night, and you're calling plumbing companies, the first one to answer the phone is gonna be your plumbing company. You're probably not gonna have time to check reviews. You're probably not gonna have time to see if they've got licensed plumbers, to go in and check their license, to see things like that. You're literally at the mercy of the first person who says, I'll be there. The problem is, you know nothing about them. At least know who to call in case of an emergency. So if you know you may have a plumbing problem in the future, which trust me, we all do. I know who my electrician is even before I call them. I know who my HVAC technician is even before I call them. And yes, I know who my favorite plumber is. So think about that. And it's funny because I had somebody comment about one of my other videos saying, why would people want to know in advance who their plumbing company is? Here's the thing, things may change. And this is what the person said. Well, they may change people, they may change owners, they may do all this. Well, this isn't something you just do once and say, okay, if anything ever happens 10 years from now, I'm going to call them. But at least maybe once a year, just go through and say, hey, I'm just checking in. Y'all still in business? How's everything going? I've checked your reviews. Everything looks good. And I know that sounds crazy, but I actually had a customer show up here one day and says, hey, I just want to talk to y'all. My daughter just moved to this area and I want to find a plumbing company we can trust. Now, I got to tell you, that may be a little bit more than what I would have done, but at least this person cared enough to get out and check and see who's going to be coming to take care of his family. I thought that was pretty cool. So tell me, if there's anything that you do before you hire a plumber, if you're a plumbing company owner, or before you hire a plumbing company, if there's anything you do in here that I haven't listed, do me a favor, leave a comment down below and let me know what it is I should add to this list. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you've got some value out of this. If you want to know what testing we use for a plumbing company owner, give me a shout. I'll get you that information. If you want to know as a homeowner and you're in my area, you want to know what electricians or HVAC techs I use, let me know and I'll tell you that too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.